Hello everybody, Washoot here, and welcome back to the Boogieman. But the story's over. I did it. We did it with the help of a guide. I'm not even gonna lie that I used it. And this is the secret room. Evidently, it's not supposed to be a giant, just a giant one, but there is going to be a little bit of stuff going on. And what's with these eyeballs here? Hello. What? Whoa!
How many times have we come here again?
Oh, 5, I think.
Ugh, I can't stand it. We've told them the same story over and over. There's gonna be rumors at school about Sophie frequenting the police station.
Now, Sophie, don't complain. The police are doing their best. And it's been a month now. This must be the last time. I'm sure of it.
Ah, bad chance.
Does my princess require a beverage to quell her temper? What shall it be, your majesty?
Orange juice.
Very well. I'll go buy some.
Thanks. Hey, when those dogs attacked me, you saved me, right? I can't imagine any other reason those dogs would fall asleep so quickly.
Oh!
Thanks.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, that's funny. The Sandman saved him.
I'm having a great time lately. I'm getting along great with Papa and Anne, and Reagan, well, if she wants to get along, I'll give her a chance. Things are so much better than when I carried all my burden myself. Now I know there's someone always looking out for me. Sometimes I really miss you. You're doing okay, right? How about the other fairies? You know,
Sorry to butt in.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, look at the eyeballs. He's just totally cool with it.
Ah! Hold on, wait! You got the wrong idea. I'm not a weirdo or anything, okay?
Don't touch me. Brats with a thing for daydreaming aren't the most comfortable people to be around.
I'm not daydreaming. Keep it between us, but I've met some fairies. So you don't believe me?
No, I do. I met one when I was a kid, too.
Really?
Yeah, this hobo in the area always had a head full of dandruff, so I called him the Dandruff Fairy. Oh yeah, and I've got a coworker who eats non-stop cup noodles, the Cup Noodle Fairy. Want to be introduced?
Why won't you believe me?
A 37-year-old who believes in fairies ain't exactly socially adjusted, don't you think?
Was that a reference to Tingle? I think that was a reference to Tingle. Or is he 37? I don't know what's going on.
But hey, if they do exist, put in a request to one of your fairy friends to get me some wings. Big, fluffy, pink ones.
What do you use those for?
Just want some wings. Why not? Mr. Detective wanna fly away. Huh. You angry? Better step off. One of your friends might cast a spell to turn me into a fluffy white kitty. Maybe instead of filling your head with stupid fantasies, fill in that chest a little. It's so pathetic I can't even look at it.
Oh my god, he totally did it!
Ugh! What's wrong?
Haven't been able to sleep since last night, even though I'm sleepy. It's weird.
Oh, the boogie. Oh, no, it's the Sandman's fucking you.
Did you take any medicine?
Yep. Anxiolytics. Sleeping pills. Guess they're not working.
Let's talk to each other then. Before you know it, you'll be sound asleep, and it'll be morning.
Don't you need to sleep? You don't have to stay up for me.
It's fine. I'll stay with you until you're snoozing away.
Maybe some exercise would have been better.
Did he mean sex? Oh, probably. What? Oh, preview. Oh, no, that's going to be the last one. That's going to be the last one. Alrighty. Keith Baring, age 37, height 6'1", local police officer, ranked Detective 3. Cold and unfazed, but determined. He has an obsession with protecting people out of guilt over his son's death. Didn't want to become a detective at first, but met Helena while finding a college and ended up joining the force to win her over. Sharp-tongued, he even let things slip in front of his son, which he later imitated. Dick is his boss, but also like an undesired friend who gets along with the whole family. After the incident, he goes for counseling at Dick's suggestion. He hates liver. Helena Baring. She's 33, and she is very tiny, only at 5'3". Keith's wife, a gentle, lovable woman, appears carefree but is strong at her core. She's highly expressive, often laughing and crying. She's met Keith as a student and quickly married him after graduating college. A year later, they had a son. She suffered emotionally for years after her son's death, but she recovered by now. She doesn't eat meat not because she's a vegetarian, but because she hates it. Her hobby is collecting tea from all over the world. That is an awesome hobby. I also collect tea, but only like green tea types. Had a really good one lately. I think it was called like Kenko green tea. It wasn't like an ad for it or anything. It was amazing. It was this matcha green tea. I got this little handheld, what do you call it, where you swish it up. It's so good, except there's caffeine in it. It keeps you up. David Hoover, age 27. The crooked man's hero. Works for a trading company. He's made a complete turn from his previous moodiness. Married to Shirley for 3 months now. They kept their names. An honest fellow, but extremely unlucky. He's athletic and strong, but a little slow. He challenges his friend Paul to a chili dog contest, and Paul got gastritis, so he couldn't attend the tour. Scared of dogs due to his traumatic incident as a kid, where he was chased by one for an hour. Sophie Greta. What? She's 17? What? Oh, this game made me think that she was only like 10 years old because she could fit through a vent. I guess 17 is kind of... Is that young? I guess it's kind of young. High school student, Richard's daughter, the Sandman's heroine and lively girl. Didn't like her dad for a long time, but they reconciled. Maybe as a result, she seems a little too attached lately. Somewhat cheekier than before, but still diligent as ever. Gets along well with David and Shirley as older friends. A little uneasy at school. Girls at school are getting boyfriends. Not finding anyone she likes is her main worry for now. Loves ice cream. And orange juice. Lace Canal, 5'10". Haha, he's short. Ex-journalist photographer, works for a small publisher. Snarky about everything, but he can get freaked out easily. As a journalist, he chased incidents to write articles, and though sarcastic, he was known to hit the mark. Dislikes police due to what drove him out of journalism. Was thinking about making some passes at Helena and getting Keith angry at him to cause a scene. Huh. Richard, age 44, 5'11", works for a credit company. Diligent and cheerful, but has a timid side. Rather compassionate and sentimental, his daughter often blinds him to all else. It's been over 10 years since losing his wife. Lose your wife at 34, that's rough. But he has no intention of remarrying. Mistook David for Sophie's boyfriend at first and got angry. But that's been cleared up and they get along now. Okay, so 27 and 17 and this dad can't tell the difference? What? A heavy drinker who collects drinks. He likes scotch the best. You drink scotch? Dude, this guy is a boss. He actually suspected the boogeyman was Brendan, but was too focused on his daughter to tell Keith. Shirley Weber, age 26. David's wife, a pharmacist, beautiful, strong-willed, and cool. Hates to rely on anyone and tries to do it all herself. She often fights with David, fawns over Sophie like a little sister. Dick Anderson, 6'6". Now that's a man. Local police manager, ranked lieutenant number 1. I know there's probably a better way of saying that. Keith's direct boss, who understands him well. He has a wife and 2 children. His stature and face frighten people, but he's gentle, and he doesn't raise his voice over little things. Gets along well with both Keith and Helena. Eric Simpson, age 25. Local detective rank 1st. Keith's subordinate, ambitious, but hates to do busy work. His laziness got him stuck with the scariest 2 at the station, Dick and Keith, but it's yet to prove effective. He questioned David when he was taking him before. He sympathized with him and was relieved to know he was all right after this incident. Steve, I don't even remember who the fuck this is. Tour conductor with the agent's Any Travel. Became a that was the guy at the very first table, wasn't it? in the Livingstone Castle project and decided to run this test tour. He and the castle's 9 servants ended up with the Dumont's murder victims. Born in Connecticut, and that's where he now rests. Oh, no. Oh, Todd. Oh, he was only 3'8". Oh, he was 5. Oh, he was 5 when he died. That's fucked up. Keith and Elena's son, kind of timid, but cheery and honest. Clever, and at last quickly learned the bad words Keith used. At age 5, he was run over by a truck and died. Oh, do I say the controversial thing or not? If someone dies when they're 5 years old, do you blame the kid or do you blame the parents? That's kind of intense question to ask, but I mean, at 5, that kid doesn't know any better. It sounded like it was a complete accident, and I mean, kids kind of wander off, but at the same time, that's hard. Oh, man. We gotta watch this now. With the support of VG Person. And many other assistants. Whoa! What the hell is going on? Oh, the Hanged Man! Oh, so excited! Don't go. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, man. And I know it's just like this game just came out in September, but so it's going to probably take like almost a year. Because that's about how long Uri takes to make a game. And that, I mean, all right, are you ready? All right, do I say this now? Okay, if you've watched this far into my video, you have the right to know. I have secretly been developing my own RPG Maker game, and it's been going through some different assets, and I don't want to, like, take the attention away from the Crooked Man. So the Crooked Man is at the end. This is a secret message to people who are still watching. I have been developing my own game in RPG Maker, and I've been carefully writing, been taking a lot of inspiration from a book called Invisible Ink. If you guys haven't heard of it, it's one of the best books I've ever read on the subject of storytelling and making, but just know that in the future there could be a game done by me. That's it. Were you expecting something more? No, you don't get to know anything about it. This is the VIP room for the voice actors and the translator. You can hear about everyone else's projects and thoughts on acting in this game. Whoa! That's a lot more people. Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're playing this. My name is Winter Johnson, and I'm the voice of Richard Grundler. Congratulations on getting through this story of death, fear, and loss. I hope the emotional scars will fade in time. Working on this game has been a very fun experience for me, and working with the developer has been a delight. She has been very encouraging and reasonable, yet is not afraid to mention when something needs reworking. Seeing the story grow and watching these characters develop and change and fight and die has been fascinating to watch. As an actor, I am so happy to have been given the opportunity to help bring the story to life. I hope you enjoyed playing the game as much as I did acting in it.
Winter also voiced the Doctor. Good job. All right, what about you, Chocolate?
Hi, I'm Chocolate. I do the voice of Sophie. I'm really glad I got to be in this game, especially that I got to play Sophie. I really related to her story in The Sandman, so it's just really awesome that I'm doing her voice, you know? I'm also working on a game, though it has a long way to go before it's finished. It's called Dollhouse, and it'll also be a puzzle exploration type game.
for me personally, and I mean, this isn't a fuck you to the rest of the people that are doing their acting here, I think Sophie's voice matched the character the best. Maybe that's just me.
Hello, I'm Manly Badass Hero, the voice of Dick Anderson. I've been a big fan of the Strange Men series, so when I saw there was auditions, I sent some improv and general recordings, and not only was I accepted, I also found out Uri was a fan of my playthroughs of her games, which needless to say made me feel a bit giddy. Personally, I've liked the games not only because of their similarities to things like Silent Hill, but also that they're relatable to people with depression. Whether or not you're an adult or a young person, I think dark times in your life can really change your perspective on the world, and sometimes this makes you a crooked man. Anyway, I've been glad to help work on this project, and until next time, thanks for playing.
You got it, man.
Hey there, this is Cyril, and I voiced Eric. I hope you enjoyed the game, and what a great game it was, right? Thanks to everyone who worked on it, especially Yuri. This was my first try at voice acting, so I hope you liked it. It was such a great experience for me.
You did a great job, man. I didn't even realize that was your first time doing a voice acting thing.
Moving on, I'm a freelance artist. If you're interested in seeing my work, then just visit my website. A real amazing thing this was for me, and I hope that it was for you as well. Take care, player. Until next time.
Heya, Serenity Harper here, the voice of Helena Baring. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on beating the game. I hope you had fun playing and liked the ending, or endings you got. It's been a great pleasure and an honor to work on this project alongside everyone. I never expected to get Helena's role since it's my first time voice acting, and to tell you the truth, my audition was very messy. I have quite a lot of things to talk about, but in order to avoid bogging down players with minutes upon minutes of talking, I have written my overall thoughts about the game down on my blog. It will be made available once people have reached this to avoid spoiling stuff. For those who are interested in reading it, the blog is helenabaring.tumblr.com. Thank you so much again for playing the Boogieman. If you ever want to talk, feel free to hit me up on Twitter at Serene Harper. I'll give you warm hugs and pats on the back for a job well done. Alright, that sounds weird. Anyways, take care always and catch you later.
Well, that was fun.
Hey there. I was actually thinking about saying I'm not actually the voice actor of Toad, but in the end, nah. So, great thanks to Uri, the great game's equally great creator, who was also really sweet along the creation of the game, Visual Person, Her Majesty the Translator Queen, and the voice actors, who helped bring this together with their lovely voices. It was a pleasure to work, and of course,
oh no!
don't forget you. Good job for getting the good ending, by the way. Oh, and just a note, if I do something the later days, it probably won't be in the same name. Something like Nobody maybe. I have a Twitter with that name, but then again, who knows. Anyways, thank you, I love you.
Oh, that was cute. I'm sorry for cutting off you in the middle of your sentence. I didn't mean to. Why are we a green person? This is weird.
Hello everyone, my name is Max.
Hi, Max.
To most people on the internet, I'm known as Blue Neon Light Show. On YouTube, I go by Epsilon, and I voice Keith for this game. Yeah, I know, lots of names. This was the first time I tried voice acting, so yeah, sorry if I didn't do as good of a job as I could have. It's really been an honor doing this for Yuri. I honestly didn't expect getting the part. Some friends on Skype said that they were trying out for the Boogieman, and I thought it would be fun to try. Turns out, Yuri liked my voice, so imagine my surprise when I actually got the part. I really like playing the role as Keith. I always like the cold-hearted characters that work on the side of justice, and is willing to do anything to save the day. Kinda like Jack Bauer, I guess, or Batman. Anyway, please try out the other games whenever you get the chance. There's the Sandman, the Crooked Man, go and check them out if you haven't yet. Thank you for playing through the game, keeping me alive, and more importantly, thank you for saving my life. I'm sure Serene will be happy that you saved Helena too. Unless you got the other 4 endings first, then, anyway, feel free to talk to any of us. We all have Skype. Mine is neon.l.show. I should probably stop talking now. Congratulations, and good night.
I'm trying to decide. Is that private information? Should I not put Skype stuff on YouTube? Oh, but they put it in the game. If they put it in the game, they've already signed away their rights, so that's too bad. Too bad for you. Can I have some cake? Oh, here, I have comments from the translator VG Person, who was a crucial helper in the development of the Boogieman. VG Person translates most of my games to English and conveys announcements and the like to English fans. And she always works blazing fast. When she translated The Sandman in just a couple days, I could have gotten down on the ground and licked her shoes. So then, her comment. Hi, it's VG Person. If you played the previous games in the series in English, you probably know of me. I translated those too, is why. This time, I helped Uri through development to realize her dream in having English voice acting. She's very grateful, as you can see, and insisted I get to make comments here too. FYI, these comments are different in the Japanese version. Really boring stuff. Most Japanese players wouldn't have any idea who I am, is the thing. Uri mentioned the idea of English voice acting on Twitter, and I was wondering if she wanted my help with it. So I figured I would take the offer. Maybe it was more of an idle thought than I'd seemed, but ultimately it happened. To make a 1.5-year-long story short, too late, I helped with all things English in development, though Uri did try to take care of some things herself, so as not to bother me too much. As you might have noticed, well, hey, it's been part of the charm since TCM. Oh, the Crooked Man. Okay. Seriously, though, she did plenty of coordination with the actors herself, unless it was complicated. There were challenges. I've never translated anything that was going to be voice acted before. Didn't always have full context, Uri and issues writing scripts in timely fashion, etc. If there's a time, though, it should go better. But all that said, Uri, while you may have apologized for making me translate like 200 lines of dialogue every time you sent a script, forever sorry about bothering me because I must be busy. Don't worry about it. I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much for making this game. That's sweet.
Hello everyone, I'm Ro, the voice of David Hoover. First, thank you for playing the Boogeyman. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did voicing it. Thank you Uri for making this game, and thank you VG Person for translating it, helping Uri, and making some 2D Japanese indie horror games available for English speakers to play. So, I initially came upon Uri's games on VG Person's website. The first of these that I played was The Crooked Man. On my first playthrough, I spoke out all of David's lines to myself, just for fun. I quite like David's everyman character. He was someone we could all relate to because of the things he'd done and seen. He's also really kind and loves to help. He's the kind of soft-spoken protagonist that everyone loves or loves to hate, which you see often in anime and manga. Despite being an avid fan of anime and manga, I found it hard to capture that kind of character with my voice. When I auditioned for a role in The Boogeyman, I had no idea it would be a game that ties together all the characters of Uri's previous other games. So, when I learned that I would be the voice of my favorite character, I was very thrilled. Now I am David Hoover. I have a very, very old YouTube channel that I've never uploaded to before, but I'm going to start uploading voice acting clips, games, and whatever I can think of there. It is youtube.com/RoKrudo. That's ROUKURO. And yes, I know I spelled that particular name wrong. It won't have much for now, but I'll be uploading more as time passes, and hopefully people will like it.
As soon as I am done with this, I am going to go look at it.
Oh, and if you want me to voice act for your game or project, feel free to send me a message at that channel.
Very interesting.
Hello, this is a Doxographist, and I am the voice actress for Shirley, who is a cool chick who's tough and dependable. And I'm not like that at all because I'm a big weenie baby and I get scared really easily. So that's where I'm at. Either way, it's been a lot of fun doing voice work for this project. I'm sad that I don't have anything more to record, but I am also happy to see it all come together beautifully. Voltron like I don't know what Voltron is in Japanese. Never mind. Yeah. So I guess a bit about me. I'm a doxographist. I'm from Canada. I speak English and I speak French as well. I don't really do voice acting in French though, but Bonjour, ça c'est mon français, je suis bilingue, français-anglais, mais mon anglais est supérieur que mon français, meilleur, peux-je dire. Yeah, so I've been voice acting for maybe about 3 to 4 years, around that ballpark. And mostly I voice deeper women, tough chicks. Ugh. I voice a lot of young boys. I voice some tomboy girls, that kind of stuff. The main project that I do is Let's Read Homestuck on YouTube, which is a comic dub of a webcomic called Homestuck. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that, but I voiced Jade Harley.
Jade Harley, who is a high-pitched girl, and it's kind of different from my regular voice, but whatever.
Oh my god.
I do a lot of comic dubs with the group that produces Let's Read Homestuck. It's called Collab HQ if you want to look it up. And yeah, I don't know if I have much to add. I've done voice work for a couple of games, but mostly what I do is I do motion comics and I do comic dubs. But yeah, either way, I hope you enjoyed playing the game. I hope you got spooked. You got your willies Jimmy wrestled, scared. You know, expressions meaning you got frightened. And yeah, sorry, this is I'm not great at talking about myself, but either way, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Later.
She does a good tomboy voice. That is absolutely true. That's kind of a rare talent, actually.
Hey everyone, this is Jesse, aka Stevie, and thanks for playing the Boogieman. I've had a fantastic time working on this project, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. As a last note, I just want to give you all a recommendation to look out for future titles from Electric Pop Studios, a game designing group I'm a part of. We're in the beginning stages, so we haven't released anything yet, but hopefully we'll be getting started on that soon. Hope you all enjoyed listening to me die. Have a good one.
That's true.
Bye.
Hello, this is Nervous from misanthropop.com, aka Lance Canal. I'm recording this with help from my new assistant, Borscht. Say hi, Borscht.
Oh, that's adorable.
I've been a fan of both Uri and VG Person's output for a couple of years now, so it really was a pleasure and an honor to spend the last year working on the Boogieman alongside them. I've also met a lot of interesting and lovely people from all over the world in the form of my fellow actors and actresses. I suppose Lance would say, "What do you want from me? I've done my job already. Give me a break." But I'd really like to thank Uri and VG Person for the wonderful opportunity that they gave me, and I hope we can all work together again someday. I'd also like to thank you for playing the game, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks.
That was classy. That was very classy.
Hi, I'm the Overlord Bear. You can call me Tob or Tobby, or maybe Tobbs. I know. What do you want to call me? Anyway, I voiced Brendan Demott here in Uri-san's The Boogieman. I'd like to thank Uri-san for letting me be in this project. I'm glad to be a part of the making of an awesome game in Uri-san's awesome Strange Men series, and I'm glad that I have met and made friends with certain people in the production group.
Is he the voice of Honey Badger?
How difficult was figuring out the puzzles in the game? How difficult was figuring out the identity of the person behind the mask of the fake Boogieman? I'd like to know, though I think Uri-san would like to know that and more of your thoughts about the game even more. Also, I'd like to say that if I were a character in the TBM story, I think Brendan would probably do one of three things. Number 1, place me at main character level, maybe even at protagonist level considering my liking for heroism. Number 2, turn me into a butt monkey that doesn't get killed during the plot but gets tortured for comedy, for Brendan at least, a lot because of my social awkwardness. And 3, kill me because I was pretty nosy and then ended up knowing too much about his plans. Maybe you would do a mix of the 3 choices. Indeed, being one of Brendan's victims is a freaking scary thought. Oh, and I'd like to know your honest constructive feedback on my voice acting. Also, if you want to know more about me, please go to theoverlordbear.wordpress.com. Oh, and maybe you'll find something interesting if you go to brennan'scastle.tumblr.com. Now, excuse me while I take over and renovate a certain blonde Two-Face's castle.
I never can tell if when people say give actual feedback about voice acting or not. His voice in particular, I mean, it was done well. He was reading the lines is very easy to understand, but I would say like the range of emotion and intensity, it was kind of even level. He was just as upset as he was happy. Let's put it that way. But when you want to go into different types of ranges and stuff like that, and I mean, it's really late in the day, I would do an imitation myself, even though I'm not a voice actor and I want to wake up everyone around me. But you could focus on range. There you go. There's an opinion.
Hello, I'm the voice for the Boogeyman. Oh, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Dave Ossity, the voice of the Boogeyman, but you could just call me Dave. I must say, it was an honor to be able to work with Uri and all the other actors and actresses on this game. I've been a big fan of Uri's games for some time, and when I saw that she was having an audition for a new project, I thought I might try out for a role. I'm not a professional voice actor, in my opinion.
You did flippin' great. I can't even imagine a different voice in the Boogeyman's voice than yours. That's how you know you've done a great job.
But I have done some voiceover work in my past, and I have done some scary story readings. You can find them on YouTube if you're interested. Just search on my name. Anyway, I auditioned and now I'm here in Uri's game. I really enjoyed bringing her character, the Boogeyman, to life. Helping Uri create this game was a fun and rewarding experience for me, and I'm very glad to have been a part of it. I'm also glad that you decided to play this game and have made it this far. Congratulations. I hope you enjoyed playing the Boogeyman.
Dave Ossity was the voice in the closet in the Boogie. Oh, I noticed that the Sandman and voiced the Boogeyman back in the preview video. Is that it? Oh, I have to take one more walk around to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I missed the alcohol. No, I didn't. Oh, God. That's it. That's it. That's everything. This was such a great game. It touched me. It touched me in the dark. No, it touched me inappropriately. No, it didn't. It didn't touch me that way. Oh, my God. What am I even saying? It was an amazing game. I loved it. One thing that Uri always does so well, and I mentioned this during my playthrough, but in case, I know a lot of you put it on in the background and whatnot, but one thing that Uri always does so well in their games is they have so many different levels of conflict. It's something that I really and truly admire. For example, with Keith, he had more than one conflict going on. A lot of people with these horror-esque games, and I'm not saying that they're necessarily worse because of it, but they only have one level of thing going on. They only have one level of conflict. They have the baddie, and they're going to come get him, and they're going to come murder him, and then it's going to be over. But in this one, there was all kinds of death going on. There was career death with this guy right here having to prove himself as a good police officer. There was the relationship between these two that was at stake, so there was interpersonal conflict. There was the Boogeyman and him going around and killing people and trying to figure it out. There was lots of things going on underneath the surface. I love games like this. This is what I'm about, man. Storytelling and understanding it and loving it. And Uri does it better than almost anyone I know. So, great job on your game, Uri. I really, really enjoyed it. So, I guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.